Alright guys, what is up? Welcome back to the show. It's your boy Lex Money. The crypto market is taking a further dip today, guys. And I'm going to take you through where I expect the crypto market to go over the next week and probably until the end of the month. Now, we're looking at the prices, down double digits on the week for a lot of these altcoins, guys. And especially for Bitcoin, I mean, being down 12% on the week. Now, we spoke about this before. I showed you guys the MVRV, and every single time we'd been near to this blue, it had actually marked a local bottom, right at the capitulation. And one thing to, look at when you're looking at these charts, right? Charts don't just go up in a straight line forever. Similarly, they don't just go down in a straight line forever. So for everybody who's kind of like worried about, what if Bitcoin just now crashes all the way to 60K? If you want to get out, the best way that you probably could get out would be on at least some sort of relief rally, right? There will be relief rallies that do try and trap late longs or late shorts. And if you really are convinced that the cycle's over, then it would be in your best interest to try and exit the market in those bounces. Now, I'm just going to wait to see how the bounce does fare. Is it going to be a strong bounce? Is it going to be a shallow bounce? Only time's going to tell. But what the chart's saying right now is that we should start to get some sort of bounce pretty soon. And I said to you guys in November, we start to see a bit of a sell-off for altcoins, especially from this week, right? I said this to you guys last week. The second week of November, we see some altcoins start to sell off. But historically, in late November, the S&P is strong, okay? So probably by the end of this week, there should be some bounce in the S&P, and if that's going to correlate over to Bitcoin, that would be fantastic. And I mean, we marked up this price chart before, and we said, every time in sort of like mid to late November, the others' dominance had a bit of a sell-off into December. So we had that in 2020, we had that in 2022, right? Sell-off into December. We had a short one in 2023 into December. If we move this across and we go to 2024, we had a tiny bit of a sell-off and then rally in December. And now, it looks like we could be ready to do the same thing, right? If we do reject from the upper area of this Bollinger Band, have a sell-off into December, and then rally again, it would just be in line with what the others' dominance has always done. So that's something that all of you guys need to bear in mind. But if you look at what the whales are doing, I mean, the Bitfinex whales are quietly adding to their longs, and they did this before every major reversal. So while everybody is, really getting upset with the price right now being at 90K, nearly, under 90K, people are ready to capitulate their bags. Whales are quietly adding, guys. This is why the whales make money in the long term, right? Because they don't panic sell into lows. They accumulate at lows. And even if this isn't the low, maybe they might sell into a relief rally and then we get a true rollover. But if you can just try and change your psychology to, not FOMO into the top, which a lot of people did. Again, with ICP, people FOMO'd into the top at around $10. And we said on the channel, don't do that because there's a massive level of resistance there. The same way people should not capitulate at lows, and why we didn't sell our complete ICP sack when it was at $3. We just said, leave it. There's no point selling it at this point, guys. If we look at this chart here, then it looks like the extension could bring us to around 88K, just under 89K. Then a relief rally would bring us back to near 100K, in which we would find out if we do break out from this descending trend, or if we do have a rollover and maybe the bear market is here, guys. But one thing to bear in mind, we looked at the short squeeze, right? Right around here, we said, right, there's going to be a pretty big short squeeze because you can see the open interest is extremely negative. And what happened? We liquidated all of these shorts, and then people started piling long again, and then we got a bit of a cool off. Now we're starting to see our first initial signs of shorts entering back into the market. Surprise, surprise. When are they entering, guys? They're entering when the price is going down, okay? Why people get wrecked. So we come and we look at our ICP chart. This is one that I drew up with you guys in the last video. You can go and cross-reference it. We said the middle area of an order block that was here, that's been filled now, was going to be around $4.60. And we've come back down and we've retested that middle order block. So now we really need to see where the next order blocks are going to fill up. And if we check where it is now, guys, again, you're going to see it's still around $4.60 to $4.50, all the way down to just above $4, where a lot of people are ready to step in to buy ICP. So again, this move right around here, all in this zone, was where I took a lot of profits. Okay, you know, not a lot of people were ready to take those profits, but all you got to do is just look at previous price action, and it's very obvious that at this trend here, people will start to take profits and sell off. It'll be a whole different story if we do get a confirmed breakout. We didn't get any weekly confirmed breakouts. If we do, we can look for higher price targets to like the $15 to $20. But for now, we're still underneath this trend and still respecting this trend. Now, when we go to the Gaussian channel, guys, what you're going to see is on the daily chart, the Gaussian has flipped green, which is fantastic. So the aim of the game now is going to be to not lose this low at $3.38, because if we do lose $3.38, then most likely this was just like one final exit rally, and the price of ICP is not going to see much appreciation going forward, guys. Okay, so we need the upper to median of this order block to be holding. But right now, the eyes on the prize is going to be for Bitcoin, right? Is Bitcoin going to print its first weekly close below this trend here and its second weekly close below the bull market support band? Only time is going to tell, but we're going to find out right now but we're going to find out pretty soon, probably by the end of this week, whether or not this was going to be a flush to liquidate pretty much everybody right before we get a sharp reversal into historically what is pretty bullish, or a pretty bullish time for markets, being the end of November, guys. So eyes are going to be on the prize right now. Again, as much as the price is going to fluctuate, you know, my plan is to not do anything right now. If we do want to act on a relief rally, we can do that. If we do really start to drop and then find this as a new resistance and then roll over, then, you know, we can draw conclusions from that, guys. But that's how I see the market right now. You guys let me know how you're feeling in the comment section. If you find anything in this video useful, you know what to do. Like the video and subscribe, and I'm seeing you in the next one. Peace.